Welcome, friends. This is Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric.
And I'm David.
And today we're going to take a look at the St. Louis Blues and preview second half of their season. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and Instagram. So it has been a wild ride in just one half of the season. David, if you had to summarize it in just one thought, what would you say?
I would say survive. I mean, with all the injuries, just survive.
Yeah, metaphorically and literally. Taking a look at the Blues in the standings. The Blues have played 32 games. They are 16, 11, and 5. That is good for fourth place in the West. They've, Vegas is first place with 45 points. Colorado's in second with 43. Minnesota is in third with 39. It's worth noting a couple of things here. One, all those three teams ahead of the Blues, they've got at least one game in hand on the Blues. Each of them does. And also worth noting is that the Blues are in fourth. Fifth place is Arizona. They're sitting at an even 500 with 33 points. So there's a little bit of a gap, a little bit of separation from the first four to the rest of the division, which bodes well for the Blues as they try to get healthy. Now, David, this season is weird before you even consider COVID and playing in empty arenas and not playing for weeks on end and whatever else. First off, was this about a month and a half, it felt like, of just playing Arizona day after day?
Right. That had to do with COVID. That also plays a part in why we haven't played Minnesota yet at all.
Yes. Yeah. Half the season's gone, haven't played Minnesota yet. That's weird. And the weirdest thing of all is it's a continuation of a trend that started maybe as far back as the Stanley Cup Finals against the Bruins. The Blues are a better team on the road. It's so weird. Going back to that series when Blues won the Stanley Cup, 3 of the 4 wins were in Boston. And that continued last season. It continues here. The Blues have 37 points. They've gotten 11 of them at home. They're 4-7-3. Meanwhile, on the road, 12-4-2. They got 26 points on the road. What do you make of that?
I don't know. It's baffling. Some of it could be just the camaraderie of the team on the road. They're away from their families. It's less pressure, especially with COVID, because they're isolated in their hotels and things like that. So more focus on the games when they're on the road. I have no idea. That also goes back to before COVID last year, though. So it could just be a pressure issue where there's more going on when you're the home team, but when you're on the road, all you are doing is traveling and then going playing hockey.
Yeah, that's just weird. I don't remember ever seeing a hockey team have that much of a differential for this long. Maybe the other way around, where they're awesome at home and kind of garbage on the road, but not this way. Anyway, with the Blues having so many injuries, what are your thoughts on just the team and how they've played and the outlook going forward, given all the injuries?
Well, I have a couple of thoughts. First off, I know Bennington has been getting a bad rap lately because of all the goals he's been allowing in, but you have to remember he's playing with a lot of young guys in front of him.
Yeah.
And the defense is not what it was with everybody injured. Yeah. Same with offensively. They're not attacking as much. They're spending a lot of zone time in front of Bennington, and he's having to fend off a lot of shots. So because of the sheer pressure and, I don't know, mental fortitude, if you will, he's been allowing more goals than normal because of that. It's not necessarily his fault. I think as a team, they need to get better defensively. The other thing is we have taken some pretty nasty shots along the board, some dirty, some not. But especially with our newer, younger guys playing in the games, they need to step up and become more physical. Maybe start a fight or two just to defend a team and say they're not going to take it. Otherwise, we're going to keep seeing players drop like flies with injuries. I mean, that's kind of been the story of the season, really. Those are the two things I look for, just more physicality out of this team.
Yeah.
And then finally,
go ahead.
Finally, I would say time. As some of our guys get healthy, you have to give them a couple games to get back into things.
Yes.
Because you can't expect them to come right in and score a bunch of goals. Tarasenko's back. He's finally starting to produce like he has in the past, but it took him a little bit. I still expect to see more out of him, though. So as he gets more comfortable, I'm looking for more production out of him, too.
Yeah, you can see it coming where the first game that where with a full lineup, no injuries, the Blues will go out and lose 3-2, and it will be sheer panic on the message boards and Facebook and whatever else. It's gonna take some time for these guys to get their legs under them. So people need to realize that. And to me, I think the team needs to reassess goals for the second half. Coming into the season, winning the division was obviously the goal. I think you have to take that out the window. Given the point, you're 8 points back of Vegas, and Vegas is playing a lot better hockey, and they're a lot healthier, as is just about everybody in the world. But right now, I think the goal in terms of standings, get up to third place so you can avoid Vegas in the first round of the playoffs. And in terms of level of play, get yourself playing better than anybody this side of Vegas. I got Vegas in kind of their own separate category, but be playing better hockey at the end of the season than anybody else. All right? If you can do that, you're putting yourself in a position to where you'll be matched up with either Minnesota or Colorado probably in the first round of the playoffs. And a healthy Blues team against either one of those teams, I'll take my chances.
Plus, you can get on kind of a momentum run and maybe have a shot at Vegas. You never know. With the second half of the season coming up, being, again, another crazy half of the season with all the injuries, maybe COVID issues, who knows. Just keep following Under the Arch Sports. We'll keep you up to date, and thank you for watching today.
See you guys next time.